for the interview, right? But when you get in the interview, ask those questions. You need a list of questions to ask them. Because you need to know, what are they planning for the next 5 to 10 years? So keep watching and listening to TalentSmith's Lunch and Learn Live as I share with you 5 questions to ask about the future of the company. And follow the link to download 25 questions as well. I have a PDF download for you. Hello everyone, Janet Smith here of TalentSmiths, and this is Lunch and Learn Live. TalentSmiths is a place where we fuse top talent, top compensation professionals with top organizations to get a great match. Contract hire, direct hire as well. Lunch and Learn Live is a place where we help all professionals in the area of career prep. So tune in each week to get tips on your intentional career and your intentional career path. This is week 3 of the 100 questions that you need answered. And in week 3, we're talking about questions that you can ask your employer about the future of the company. So if you're going into an interview, these are questions that you need to ask. If you're already working and you don't know the answers to these questions that you still need to ask. Today I'm sharing with you 5 questions, and you'll be able to download a PDF of 25 questions so that you can ask what you need to know. Let's get into those questions. All this month I'm sharing 100 questions. Today, 25 of those questions, 25 of 100 you'll hear today. And this is week 3, where we're talking about the future of the company. And you see here, I have the lineup of events for the entire month so that you can see which week you need to tune in on to see which week you need to get questions from. Hopefully you'll tune in all this week so that you can get all 100 questions. In week 3, we're talking about the future of the company. And these are questions that you can ask so that you can know what's the future of the company. These are questions to ask about the future of your potential company. In your interview, you want to know what they are planning. There's so many things that you can find out when you research a company, and you can find out a lot about a company by doing some research beforehand. But there's still questions that you want to hear from the horse's mouth, so to speak. So ask these questions, and you will learn the things that you need to know beforehand, because there are some things that you need to know before you accept a new position. And there are some things that you need to know even if you're in a current position and things have changed with the company. You may need to ask different questions, even if you're already working there. But if you're currently working there and you have all of the answers, that's great. If you're currently working in a place or in a company and there's a question that you wish you had have asked before you started working there, comment and let us know. Write that question down and let us know so that we can share that with everyone, and everyone can ask that question during their interview before they start working with the new company. So there may be some questions that you still need to have answered, and don't be afraid to ask those questions in your interview, because you're not the only one that's being interviewed. You are interviewing the interviewer as well. It's a two-way conversation. It's a conversation, not an interrogation. Keep that in mind in your interview so that will help you to feel more comfortable with the questions that you have. And there's going to be 25 questions all geared around the future of the company. And you'll be able to download those 25 questions in a PDF. And today I'm going to share 5 of those questions with you. And when you're in your interview, you want to be very lively and you want to demonstrate why you'd be a great investment with a company. You want to demonstrate why you'd be a great investment for the company. They don't know. You need to let them know. You need to show them. And companies that know what skills you bring to the table will be able to make an informed decision and a quicker decision on whether they want to hire you or not, or whether they think that you could provide value into their company. So they want to know what skills that you bring to the table. They want to know that before they hire you. That is what you are there to do. You're there to shine and share how you will resolve the issues that they have and give them solutions. So focus on how you're going to save the company money or make the company more money. They want to know that as well. Focus on that when you're thinking about, the questions that you want answered about the growth of the company. Focus on how you can help grow the company and make the company more money or even save the money. Focus on those things in your interview as well. And let's talk about those questions to ask about the future of the company. Today, I'm going to share with you 5. The first one, how has the culture of the company changed in the past 5 years? How has the culture of the company changed in the past 3 years or even in the past year? Companies have definitely changed. Company cultures may have changed as well. Specifically in the pandemic times that we're in right now, you want to know how the company has changed. So ask that question and tag on, 3 years and tag on the past 5 years as well. So ask that question in your interview. And number 2, what's the average employee tenure in this particular role and in your company as a whole? That's a very good question. So you want to know, is this role being filled or is it empty now because someone's been promoted or because someone has left? That's more questions that you can ask, but this question specifically is asking, how long do people stay in this role? Is there a revolving door? Is this a revolving chair? Will people sit in this chair and don't last very long? Or what about the company as a whole? How long do people stay with this employer? Are you an employer of choice? The tenure will tell you if it's an employer of choice, because if people are staying, then that's a good place for them to stay. That's where they want to be. People are leaving, maybe there's a reason. And so number 3, does the company support any nonprofit organizations? This is very important and it speaks volume as to what the community is involved in beyond making a profit. Beyond making a profit for their company, it shows you how they're extending to other organizations and supporting other organizations, specifically nonprofit organizations. And number 4, what type of trade shows does the company participate in regularly? Who are they associated with? What are they associated with? What associations matter to this particular employer? You need to ask that question as well. And you also need to subscribe to TalentSmith's YouTube channel, where you'll get a resource of videos that are going to help you in your career path, specifically in interview prep, professional, personal development as well. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the notification bell so that you don't miss any time new videos are uploaded. And there's a lot of new tech videos that will be uploaded as well. So I definitely encourage you to subscribe. And the 5th question that you can ask in your interview about the growth of the company is, what does the company do to support the surrounding community? You want to know how they are involved specifically in the community. Ask that question. That will share and show a lot to you. And you can compare that to what the company's value and mission statement is to see if they're really supporting their community or if they just like to say that they are. Ask the question so that you can see what the true answer is. You don't know unless you ask. And there's a lot of questions here that you will not know the answers to unless you ask, specifically in your interview. And you want to ask these questions before you get into the company rather than finding them out later and having the answer be not one that is in aligned with the path that you have for your own career. So download these 25 questions in this digital download here so that you can prepare for your next interview and get those questions answered that you want to answer. And you've got this. Plan your work and work your plan. You've got this. You've got questions. And now you've got even more questions that you can ask as well. You've got this.